Tonight on Hair Loss Confidential, Miranda's story.
I started losing it on the top and then the back of my hair. It was real thin. And then I tried to hide it from my mom and my dad.
A 16-year-old girl struggling with the shame of hair loss painfully deals with violent high school bullies.
They ripped some of my real hair out, so it was bleeding.
This story is about compassion and tolerance. And at Hair Loss Confidential, we don't transform hair, we transform lives. And tonight, we transform Myranda. Hair Loss Confidential, traveling across North America, conducting life-changing interventions.
Oh my
God! Real people struggling with the emotional pain of hair loss.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
When confronted, anything can happen.
Hair for women is so connected to our identity. When you think about it, what is the worst thing or some of the things we say? I've had a bad hair day. I flew into St. Louis, Missouri today, and we at Hair Loss Confidential are very excited. We are going to be meeting with Myranda's family to understand the situation that they've been going through. She started losing her hair when she was 13. She's now 16. It's been 3 years. Myranda has a form of alopecia where not all her hair is gone. There's patches and balding in certain sections, and some hair grows and some hair doesn't. The case of Myranda is an amazing, sad, and difficult story. She lived in silence for a few years, trying to just keep the secret, and she wore bad wigs, she wore hats, and for Myranda, the most challenging piece came when she started getting bullied at school. Girls were harassing her, really cruel and vicious things, and then ultimately she was physically assaulted in a fight by 2 girls, and her wig was pulled off her head. I think the family meeting today is going to be so important because Myranda's family has been going through so much themselves. They have felt helpless and hopeless and dealing with a lot of their own emotional trauma. The whole family is impacted by this difficult, challenging experience for her. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Michelle Golland and I'm from Hair Loss Confidential. When I got here today I didn't know what it was going to be like. They're a large family and they've really been through a lot. I just expected this little old lady, she said she was a doctor, and it was kind of nice to have someone that I thought maybe could relate. She would understand what we were going through. I was so moved by your story about your daughter. And I think one of the first things I want to say to all of you as a family is this has been a very traumatic experience for you each individually too. This is traumatic. There's no doubt about the trauma that the family has been enduring constantly with the bullying and the teasing.
She came to me one night and she was crying. She said there was something wrong. And she showed me her hair and we knew.
You both knew, you and Rob together knew
there was something wrong. And then when it just kept falling out, it got really bad. It's enough to break anybody's heart. What do you say? And then once she lost enough where the hair pieces no longer worked, then we switched to the wig.
Okay, to the full
wig. To the full wig.
You never seen her without a hair piece, and she always wore a ball cap, so she could pull the hair piece through the back of the ball cap.
We weren't even allowed to tell people. We weren't allowed to tell my mom and dad. She absolutely did not want people to know.
So she kept it even from Nan and
Yeah.
Grandpa. Wow.
Yeah, for a long time.
It was probably a year and a half before I actually seen her.
Can you tell me how that was for you?
My first reaction was shock. You know, I didn't think it was as bad as it was going to be. I was really shocked. When she took that off, I didn't know what to say, you know. It was rough.
That must have been really hard to find out that she had been suffering for that amount of time without you knowing.
And then we went on a couple outings where a couple boys, you know, come up and hold the hat off, you know,
While
out in
you were
public.
there?
Yeah, out in public, and you know, that just, you know, it's devastating.
It is devastating.
It took a lot for him to open up like that, and then that whole flood of everything just kind of hits you at once. You know, the 3 years of just going through everything, the questions and the bullying and the not being able to help her.
How has this been for you, man?
I feel bad for her. What can you say? It's your granddaughter. You're going to hurt for her.
Can you give me an example of the turmoil for you? It's too hard to talk about.
Not right now. Give me a minute.
I think the grandmother is in a lot of pain. I think Nan is, really hurt about what has gone on in her family and for her granddaughter.
I think she felt if she let herself speak up and say something, that she may not be able to control what happens afterwards.
What I'd really like you all to do tonight is write a note that you're going to read to her. And what I'd like you to put on it is a moment that was really hard for you. And then I want you to also make your wish for her. What it is that you wish for her to get from this and to take away for her life. So one of the things that I observed was just what they've all been through, how painful this experience has been for all of them. So I think getting them in touch with that and be able to share a piece of that is going to be part of the surprise for Myranda. I think it's going to be a real bonding experience for all of them.
Coming up on Hair Loss Confidential.
Hi, honey.
Mom, what did you do?
Plus, Myranda finally opens up about the pain of her hair loss.
Can you talk about the incident where you were attacked physically?
Part of me thought maybe I shouldn't have called Hair Loss Confidential. Part of me thought, God, did I go too far this time? Is she going to be able to do this and handle it emotionally?
I was kind of scared because, you know, she's really, really sensitive about the whole situation, so.
Where you at? Okay, bye. She's in the driveway.
Hi, honey.
Mom, what did you do?
Come here.
We're just hoping she didn't run back upstairs because she's really bashful about this. I mean, seeing a room full of cameras, it kind of surprised me that she actually stayed.
This is Michelle. She's a doctor, and she's
Mom.
here. She's from Hair Loss Confidential.
I came downstairs and then I seen all the bright lights and I was like shocked, and then I just seen my mom. Then I knew something was going on.
Hi, Myranda. I'm Dr. Michelle Golland, and I'm from Hair Loss Confidential, like your mom said, and it's a reality TV show. It deals with the pain and challenge of hair loss.
When the doctor started talking to her, honestly, I could feel it in my stomach if I was going to throw up.
I was thinking, I can't believe my mom did this.
You know, in reading your story, Myranda, I was so impressed with you. You're amazing to endure the bullying and the verbal abuse. Can you share a little bit about how that started?
Well, when I was in middle school, then it started falling out. I didn't want people to think I was different.
Right. Can you talk about the incident where you were attacked physically?
I was at school and one girl came down to where I was standing and she threw a punch, and then we got into it and her sister came and jumped in and they stomped on me and did anything they could to get my wig ripped off, and they ripped some of my real hair out, so it was bleeding. Everybody was standing there and looking, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. It's gonna come off.
And then they ripped it off in
Yes.
front of everyone? No one jumped in and helped
No,
you?
they just watched. I watched them
Watch
me, get beaten up. When the doctor described everything that I've been through, I was kind of nervous, but I'm getting over that fact now. I mean, I've had my hair took off in front of half of high school, and that's the worst part.
I asked your family, and they're each going to share a little bit about how they're feeling.
As we began to talk and everybody began to let out their emotions, then that whole flood of everything just kind of hits you at once. The 3 years of just going through everything, the questions and the bullying, it's a lot to take in when you're trying to say it out loud.
I wish for you to realize that there's more to life than a mirror. You have lived your life with the fear of what you saw in the mirror. This is your opportunity to erase the fear and hold your head high. I think underlying she knows I'm there for her, but I don't say it as much. And I think that after saying what I said, it pretty much let her know that no matter what, I do want to be there for her.
I thought my dad didn't even care about anything I was going through. He didn't really want to know anything about it, and seeing him cry, I think that's why he didn't want to know a lot about it. Now I know the truth, that he doesn't care.
Dad, I wanted to let you know that every time you were embarrassed or humiliated, a piece of my heart broke. Every day that you had to endure the nastiness at school, then get up, go and do it again the next, a piece of my heart broke. And every time the glue came undone, the hairpiece frizzed up, the wig shifted or didn't fit right, you flinched when someone tried to grab your hat. The doctor didn't have a remedy. Adults at the school didn't do enough. A piece of my heart broke. Although I'm sure you felt like you hurt and suffered all alone, you did not. Because you are loved.
When my mom read her letter, I was really surprised at the feeling and emotion that she had put in. Because a lot of times she sat quiet. And I think she felt if she let herself speak up and say something, that she may not be able to control what happens afterwards.
Myranda, now we're going to hear from your mom. Okay?
Myranda, we've been through so many ups and downs these past 3 years. I know I pushed you to show the strength I knew was inside you. And I'm proud of you for never giving up. And don't let your stories just affect lives. Make it change them. I hope today gives you the confidence in your appearance that you've been searching for. But remember who you are inside. Because that person is more beautiful than anyone could be on the outside. And I love you.
Myranda, you can see the love in the room for you. Is there anything you want to say?
Just that I love you guys so much. I'm really glad that you guys are there for me through everything. It means a lot to me.
She was so strong while everybody read their letters, and I watched her tear up, and it does something to you, as a mom.
So Myranda, we at Hair Loss Confidential are so excited to offer you permanent hair restoration. And it's from the Hans Wyman Center, which is one of the most prestigious and largest hair transformation centers in the country. So Myranda, we're going now. Yes.
I'm so excited. I don't even have words for it. Thank you guys so much.
Our total pleasure.
When we come back on Hair Loss Confidential.
The solution of doing that is Myranda is going to make it where they can't pull it off. Okay? You're scared.
Yeah.
Hello. Myranda, these are my two friends from Hans Wyman. This is Tim and this is Ed. This is Myranda.
You're going to be thrilled with the results of your afternoon with us.
Right, Myranda, are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go, Myranda. Come on in. This is your dream team.
Hi.
This is Myranda. This is
Nice
Sharon.
to meet you.
We're so excited to see you. So how do you have this attached?
This is bonded to my head. If you lift this off right here, see, you could just start pulling it open
Okay.
the top. That way you won't have to cut around the hair.
Okay, now is it going to bother you if we cut your hair?
It's fine.
It's a much more natural
And it's-
bond if we go ahead and take that off because
Yeah.
it's right next to your scalp instead of, sitting on your hair.
See, all this causes it to be higher and not
Right,
lay
and-
as flat.
Got it.
It's really bulky in the back.
The hair that we have to replace it with will be just like her skin. Just like this is your real hair growing out of your head.
Something like that.
Won't that be wonderful?
Yeah.
And if anyone pulls on it, it won't come off. And if you part it, you can still see your scalp.
That's the good part.
And then we're going to style it, and it's going to be beautiful.
I just want to look normal.
Right now I'm just cutting near your system. I just want to
Okay.
You want to hold my hand?
Yeah.
The solution of doing that, Myranda is going to make it where they can't pull it off. Okay? You're scared.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? It's going to stay on permanently. No one can pull it off. Everyone out there's worried for you, so I'm going to go let them know that you're okay. I'll be back, okay?
It's hard not to be in there with her because we're so close. I've been with her through all of this in every hair appointment, and I just worry for her. Is somebody texting you?
Yeah, it's Mason. Said, I hope that you're happy with whatever happens.
Aw. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Great.
Alright, here I got another one. She said, I'm really excited. This is what I want.
I want just to be a normal kid.
Coming up on Hair Loss Confidential.
Are you ready, Myranda?
Yeah, I'm so ready.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, it's time for your transformation. Are you ready, Myranda?
Yeah, I'm so ready. When they were getting ready to turn me towards the mirror, I was like, oh my gosh, hurry up, turn me.
What do you think?
love it. I wanted to see what I was going to look like. I wanted to look normal, so nobody could tell. I was so excited.
Do you love it?
Yeah, I like it so much. Like, it looks so real.
Yeah. You look beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so happy. I don't even know how to explain it. I like the cut and everything. The color is perfect.
Ready to see your family?
Yeah. I think they're going to be shocked. I think it looks great.
I could hear him coming down the hallway, and the doctor just kept saying, okay, are you ready? Are you ready? And then all of a sudden I hear, okay, turn around.
Okay, everyone, turn around and see me.
Yeah. Looks good.
Oh, baby girl. Wow. Yes, feel it. It feels like that. Wow.
Beautiful. Like your old self.
Yeah.
Just like the
When Myranda was revealed and they turned around and applauded and cheered and tears flowed, it was just like, you know why you're in this business. And that is to make people happy with their appearance. And it was just overwhelming to me to see the amount of emotional support and reactions that we got from that family.
So, Mom, Dad, what do you think? Yeah.
You know, Miranda.
Yeah. What are your cheers for?
I'm just happy that she's got what she got. It's about damn time. It's something went our way. Yep.
Papa, what do you think?
Looks just like she used to. Beautiful. She's always been beautiful. But the old Miranda's back.
Yeah.
There she stood, just as beautiful as ever. I was really happy that she had got what she wanted. And I just can't even describe how excited I was that she had the look on her face and was standing tall for a change. And you could just tell she was ready to face the world. When I turned around and she was smiling, I knew that she had changed. In 5 hours, she had lost 3 years. She had become the Myranda that we knew and have been waiting for all of this time. She was back to her normal self.
Whenever I looked in the mirror, I was like totally shocked the way I looked. I haven't seen myself like that in a long time, with the long hair, and it looked normal.
It was like we received her back after a long time. Like she had been away, and it was Myranda that we knew, and not that other person that had been here and been so quiet and always hung her head so low. It was our strong daughter.
When my friends first saw me, it was lunch, and one of the girls goes, "Oh my God, Myranda, you have long hair!" Before, everybody knew not to touch my hair, and now I don't care. They can touch it, rub it. They can do whatever they want because I know it's not going to come off or glue's not going to show. I look like my old self now. I don't look like I wear a wig anymore. I feel beautiful, I feel strong, and I'm ready to take on the world now.
We have another surprise for you. Okay? All right, I'll be right back.
They told me I had another surprise, and in my head I was like, oh my gosh, what else could they do for me? You know, this is like the best in the world already.